Hello students, I am Sanjay Jha sir. Today I am over here to have a derivation for excess pressure for a liquid drop and for a soap bubble, because I got this difficulty many of the times, so therefore I decided to make a video for the same. So we will be dealing with the same derivation. We have a derivation for excess pressure for a liquid drop and for a soap bubble. Students, remember one thing, we will be dealing in a very simple way. Okay, now I request to those students who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, because there are many derivations, there are many experiments which we are dealing with in our day-to-day life. So I will be uploading many of that, so you will get the notification for the same. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us deal with the derivation for excess pressure. Okay. So as you see it over here, students, now we have a derivation. Okay, it is one of the very important question from board examination point of view. So let us see. You take a liquid drop. So consider a liquid drop of radius r. So this is what we have, a liquid drop of radius r. Let Pi is the pressure inside the drop and Po is the pressure outside the drop. So Po is the pressure outside the drop, means excess pressure will be dP, that is Pi minus Po, which has to be found out. Okay, now let us proceed with, this is what we have to write. Obviously, consider a liquid drop of radius r. So this is, as you see it over here, initial radius, initial area for the drop is 4 pi r square. Area of sphere given formula is 4 pi r square. Now remember students, as we know that free surface behave like a stretched elastic membrane. So obviously we can stretch a free surface. Now stretch a free surface, but by infinitesimally small amount, say delta r. As you see it over here, I just increase the radius, okay, of liquid drop, what we find it over here, by infinitesimally small amount delta. So delta r means what? It is to be very small, tends to 0. Okay, so just increase the radius by infinitesimally small amount, so delta r tends to 0. Now what will be the final area? Because initial area was 4 pi r square, so final area has to be 4 pi. Now your radius changed, r plus delta r the whole square. So if you open the bracket, a plus b the whole square, you get in this form r square plus 2r delta r plus delta r square. And students, remember this delta r square is infinitesimally small. So this terms becomes very, very less than 1, hence we neglect it. So our final answer for this one is 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r. So change in area will be what? Change in area is A2 minus A1. That is 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r minus 4 pi r square, as you see it. So common terms plus and minus gets cancelled. We are left with only 8 pi r delta r. So by definition of surface energy, we know what is surface energy. It is dW is equal to TdA, a simple derivation which we have already derived in our previous lecture. Okay, so use this formula, you get 8 pi r T delta r. That's our equation number 1. Now students, see what we got is the definition. By definition we get it. Now our concept is whatever amount of work we are doing, that entire work done is stored in the form of surface energy. So obviously we have mechanical work done from our side. So mechanical work done, what is the formula for mechanical work done from our side? It is force into displacement. But we don't have a force, we have its alternative present in the derivation, that is pressure. So we will use the same, as pressure is equal to force upon area. Excess pressure, take the corresponding relation, excess pressure will be excess force upon area. Excess pressure we take dP. Similarly, excess force we will be taking dF, and our initial area is a 4 pi r square. We have previously written this part. So therefore from here dF is equal to dP into 4 pi r square. So to increase the radius, because what we have work done, we get it previously. If you want to get the work done only for the same amount, means there we had a work done for delta r. If same work done we will be doing over here for same amount delta r, our formula will be force into displacement. Mechanical work done formula dW is equal to force df into delta r. Okay, so you get this answer substituting the value dp into 4 pi r square delta. That's our equation number 2. So see students, this is dw, this is dw from equation 1 and 2. Just equate them, you get the answer. Cancel out the common terms, you get the answer. dp is equal to 2t upon r. But what is this dp? Pi minus po. So pi minus po is 2t upon r. This is what you get for liquid drop. Okay. Now, your assignment. If you want to proceed it for soap bubble, dear students, for soap bubble, directly you can write the answer. Pi minus po, it is equal to 4t upon r. Since the soap bubble has two free surface. And I want you people to try this derivation. So I give you a hint for the same. For soap bubble, just make one change. Students, use dw is equal to t dA. Just one change and try by yourself. You will get definitely the answer pi minus po. It is equal to 4t upon r. This is what we have, the derivation for soap bubble. Thank you everyone.